Good day. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is doing well. We are. It's a beautiful day here. I hope all is well where you are. And wanted to share some thoughts. First, I've got my favorite ceramic here, and in it is a blend I just pulled out of the press not too long ago. This is a Virginia Perique. Cut them up. Been letting them sit for a bit, trying it out for the first time. Very nice. Very heavy on the Perique, which is what I like. So it really is a Perique Virginia. Anyway, not going to keep you guys long today. Something that's very prevalent on the internet, especially nowadays. A lot of it probably is intentional, and some of it is unintentional. The end result of argumentation is to come to the truth. It doesn't matter which side has it. However, that's been lost because most people don't know the art of debating. They only know being loud and being wrong, especially on the internet. When people put forth an opinion about something, that's what it is. It's their opinion. So if I say that HH Pure Virginia is the greatest Virginia blend to ever be made, that's an opinion. It's neither right nor wrong. So if someone says that Sun Bear Tupelo has a honey topping, and then someone comes in the comments and says that is not true, or that's not true at all, or that's false, you're now implying that what that person said is a lie. That person is a liar. It doesn't always have to be that way, but depending on tone, it definitely comes off like that. When you make the claim that something is not true, something is incorrect, that is dismissive and now enters into the phase of being an absolute. Because if it's not fact, if it's not true, it's a lie. And in today's world, the internet is just full of people who hear a statement, completely misunderstand a statement, and then want to put forth an argument against a completely different statement. And this is in every single community. It's in every niche, it's in every group, it's in every form, it's everywhere. In the pipe community, we talk about culture, we talk about traditions, we talk about nuances, we talk about all kinds of things. And that leads me into why I'm making this video. In my last video, when I talked about the myth of condimental tobaccos, I never once stated that blending is a new thing. The video had absolutely nothing to do with the topic or the subject matter of blending in what we understand it and what it is. No one, no master tobacconist, no master blender anywhere in the world can put forth an intelligent argument that blending is something new. Humans have been blending tobaccos and blending herbs and all types of things for centuries. Native Americans were blending tobaccos and herbs and all types of other things long before Europeans ever came here. That isn't even up for debate. But what happens online is that people may hear one word or read one sentence or hear a phrase and completely stop listening. My point was never blending is modern. My point was the modern understanding of certain tobaccos as condimental became standardized later. I mentioned specific tobaccos in that video and how they have been put into a box and labeled condimental by modern taxonomy and pipe blending culture, period. And I talked about how historically that is not at all what was true of the tobacco. Those tobaccos were not cultivated to be condiment only. That was and is the point of the video. If you want to argue against something or comment against something, let it be actually about what the subject matter is. Tell me that I am historically incorrect by saying that Latakia or Perique was specifically cultivated to be just a condimental leaf component in a blend. The internet used to really be something cool. It used to really be something that people could look forward to and enjoy. In today's world, it's people just constantly looking for something to try to fact check and still be completely wrong. People are going to troll. People have created fake accounts and auxiliary accounts to actually do that. And some of you know exactly some of these individuals that do it. They've created multiple accounts to come into comments and say all kinds of ridiculous things. 99.9% of every comment that people have made on the last video and even the videos before that, people had real things to add to the conversation. Nobody came to just make an issue out of something that was never even put forth to begin with, and then do so thinking they actually made a point. I usually just, whatever, but nah, there comes a point where enough's enough and people are going to get called out for the foolishness. Well, I'm going to enjoy my Perique, Virginia, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.